Hi, I'm Beaker. Welcome to New Game, New Rules. Got some new software we're running here so you get to see me. Today we're going to be talking about hydrazine propellant tanks that are falling out of the sky. I saw this on Alien News, mysterious balls falling from the sky. This story's been all over the place. They've been finding these mysterious spheres all over the globe, would be an understatement. Now, here's the weird thing is if you pay attention, they don't all look the same as an understatement. Some look more solid, some look more metallic. So we'll show a couple examples here as we go through. Extremely colorized. This is a video of a supposed UFO dropping one. There it is in the air. Here's some more pictures of them. Here's a guy in Spain that's pretty smart using a hazmat suit to approach one. Anyway, they're all over the place, so let's get this ball rolling. So, balls, spheres fall from the sky pulls this up. And here's a picture of the mysterious ball. Here's a picture of the hydrazine tank. You can notice the similarities are very much similar. But you'll notice as you look through these, if these are all falling from space and they're all identical, they should look very similar in appearance. There shouldn't be that many discrepancies between them. Now, there are a lot of different kinds of containers, different shapes that they come in, but I'm referring to the colorization and the way it's burning up as it re-enters into our atmosphere. So, let's take a look here. We'll scan through just a couple of these. Notice this is kind of a wound fiberglass type shell that's used as well. These have been popping up all over the place. So we've got multiple different types of canisters coming all over the globe is an understatement. This one is a really great picture because you can actually see what appears to be a hydrazine tank. You can actually see the lock nut still on it. My question is, how in the hell did this end up in someone's backyard in such pristine condition? So here I went to dailymail.com. Great Spaceball Mystery Solved. Metal sphere that crashed to Earth in Namibia Desert is a fuel tank from an unmanned rocket, not a doomsday device. Now, here's the story behind it. It was hailed as a doomsday device, an instrument from a weather balloon, or proof that extraterrestrial life existed. But the mysterious metal sphere fell to the ground in a remote area of northern Namibia has now been identified as a hydrazine tank from an unmanned rocket, commonly used in satellite launches. It's 13 pounds, 14 inches, smashed in the earth in mid-November, sparked a national security issue, with the Namibian authorities asking NASA to help in identifying it. Now here's the interesting thing. When the ball fell, it caused a crater 12 inches deep and 13 feet wide, although it was found some 60 feet away. I don't know what the 60 feet away makes me reassured, but anything that falls that makes a 13-foot wide crater is pretty serious amount of kinetic energy coming down. So here's the tanks that we saw again. And the interesting thing is this is a shielding that's over it, and I've actually seen some of them that have fell where the pictures have these little V-cut shapes in them, just the same as over here. I've also seen the ones that look exactly like this, which is a pressurized tank design as well that's basically made out of a woven fiber, kind of like a fiberglass setup for strength. Anyway, here's some of the different pictures. Here's some of the different shapes. But in general, we're talking with this spherical looking one here. Now, here's the formula in case you guys are wondering. These are the static equilibrium forces on the tank, stress in the thin wall tank, and critical stress in the thin wall tank. What's interesting is NASA did their homework because these things are making it through our atmosphere, not breaking up, and are making 13-foot craters and making some people nervous. Now, this article, let's see if I can find it here. It was hollow, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to find the part where NASA reveals that everything is safe. Earlier this year, Britain and the rest of the world were put on alert when one of NASA's satellites broke up and crashed to Earth. Huge chunks of titanium, up to 350 pounds, were found. Tore through the atmosphere at 1,800 miles per hour. but NASA could guess that they landed somewhere south of the Iverness on the equator. Now, these are found all over the place, and that's just one example. They're found in almost every single country on the planet. So that's where this story really gets interesting. And NASA, somewhere in this article, claimed that these were safe. And I really wish I could find it. Doesn't matter. I'm going to skip it. We saw the tanks. We saw the formula. Now, let's find out what hydrazine is. Is it safe? Besides being highly and easily combustible, it's extremely toxic, caustic, and probably carcinogenic. Well, none of those words sound good. Humans exposed to hydrazine vapor will suffer burns in the eyes, nose, mouth, esophagus, and respiratory tract. Severe burns can be fatal. Liquid hydrazine on the skin is quickly absorbed and acts like a neurotoxin. So that sounded kind of like a mustard gas to me, not good shit. So, why do I have the Voyager 1 on here? Well, the Voyager 1 is powered by these, believe it or not. And I got a schematic here of an RTG fuel container, except, see these little balls that we're looking at and I'm questioning? You can see the arrangement in here. Compliance pads are separating them. And let's go back to the original picture. Well, these are called plutonium-238 oxide spheres. That's a lot more dangerous than our last little definition. So, remember when I said some of them don't look the same and they have a different appearance to them? Well, I don't think they're all hydrazine tanks. Now, let's look at the Voyager 1 and 2. They've been in space since 1977, and I believe both are still operating and have an estimated death date of 2025. And they're powered by 3 RTGs. And we just saw what that system encompassed by looking at this picture. So let's see what plutonium-238 oxide spheres look like. Here's one in the manufacturing process. And here you can see them glowing with their heat. And you can look it up on Wikipedia, but I'm sick of showing Wikipedia and people are complaining about it. So I'm just going to scroll through here. And radioisotopes power production, and they're made in little balls. Why little balls? Probably because the radiant heat is equal as it comes off of it when you make them like little orbs. So you can scan through here for yourself, but here's a great picture of one. And you'll notice this little guy on the end. I'll let you make your decision. Now, when the process is done, when these guys are made, you'll notice the little center equator belt line that's put in them, which looks very similar to the metal encasing that they have that are for the pressurized units. So they look very similar, but here's our Voyager 1. The reason I pulled this up was I was looking at the wattage on the guy. It's very low wattage that they get out of them. It's under 500 watts, but right here it's expected to continue till 2025 with radioisotope thermoelectric generators. There's a picture of it. And let's see. Don't know where the wattage is. It has 16 hydrazine thrusters. We already looked that up. And we're going to skip on. I added this in. This is really interesting. People always wonder what the cameras are that take such vivid pictures out in space. They always add UV, and they always have a really full spectrum is an understatement, and I love that word spectrum. But right here it shows the word spectrum. So if you've got some expensive camera gear, that's what you're shooting for. Now, here we go, the exact, each RTG has a total weight of 37 kilograms, including about 4.5 kilograms of plutonium-238, uses 24 pressed plutonium-238 oxide spheres, and provides enough heat to generate approximately 157 watts of electrical power initially, halving every 87 years. So they're generating about 2,400 watts of thermal power. Now, here's the formulas, if you're interested. This is under radioisotope thermoelectric generators, and they've already done all the math for you for the desired output, how you calculate everything. And then they even show you their design work if you want to copy them. So you think the story ends there. Now this is thermoelectric generators, which is interesting. Basically 2 wires that are made of different metals. When they have this side a different temperature and this side's a different temperature, and you hook a voltmeter up, you're going to find current there. So NASA's basically doing an advanced process of that, since they've got access to all kinds of good stuff, and they're able to pump out that 2400 watts. Now, let's check out an even more interesting story. Now we know that the hydrazine containers are falling. There's a possibility of plutonium-238 containers falling. Let's see what's real interesting. I looked up the price to build these, and according to NASA, it was millions and millions of dollars, but not another stupid answer. Doesn't usually work for me. So Russia used these. Interestingly, same concept, radioisotope thermoelectric generators. In Russia, there's approximately 1,000 radio RTGs in Russia, most of which are used as power sources for lighthouses and navigation beacons. In '92, Bologna released a working paper on 132 lighthouses scattered along the shoreline of northwest Russia, which were all powered by RTGs. So, very interesting. This may not be cost effective, but it seems to me like Russia came up with a cheap way to do it, since they're putting it in 1,000 lighthouses and navigation beacons. So let's take the story a little bit farther. Russia developed a new nuclear battery for remote Arctic. Now, why aren't they using solar panels? Well, solar panels and snow don't get along when the solar panels get covered up. Matter of fact, that's a big no-no to do. The other thing is, if you're working underground or there's extreme weather conditions, it may not be advantageous to have them, but they are used in Antarctica on a regular basis in Arctic conditions. But anyway, this company came up with a new radioactive isotope that's same half-life of 50 years, which is quite some time. And they're quoting, these batteries will be useful for the operations of electrical equipment, including the development of projects in the Arctic, as well as for space operations and robotics. Now, this goes into the nuclear lighthouses, and I'm hoping it says somewhere in here. SR-90 is both a highly radioactive source and deadly toxic. There were several examples of lost RTGs and SR-90 sources in unsafe conditions used at lighthouses in the Arctic. Therefore, Norway, together with Russia authorities, teamed up and started to replace them with solar panels on the lighthouses. The reason that they're mentioning this is because they can be used for dirty bombs, which is a terrible thing. They can't use them to make a nuclear weapon, but you can use them to make a dirty bomb, and that's quite terrible. And there's 1,000 of these in Russia that they began replacing, but evidently they didn't replace all of them. So, very interesting article. It'd be nice to see if one of these would power a house for 50 years. That would be quite interesting to build, but there's such cleaner power that's available out there, such as solar. And I've actually seen an invention with my own eyes that takes in power from the electric company and puts out even more power than it took in. Unfortunately, that got shit-canned by the feds, so you won't be finding that in your Fry's Electronics store anytime soon. Anyway, this is Beaker, and I've been telling you all about RTGs, something that's not interesting. Hopefully this video looks a little bit cleaner than my last ones. And thanks for viewing.